And we're live.
While I'm up there, I want you to check and see what the levels are. I don't want them to go above 4 dots.
Okay.
Because YouTube Live is very sensitive. It starts to
Picks up everything.
yeah.
Okay.
And this is omnidirectional, so
If it goes up, I'll.
Welcome back. Late night holiday show. Look at you fuckers. This is amazing. Happy holidays to everybody. James, so glad you made it, man. Everybody's here. This is exciting. We've got, look at this, huh? We've got a whole drum kit up here. We've got mics, a guitar. Joe is doing his one-man band thing. I know is that great surprise? Put that email out. Well, a lot of you know how this got started. We after I worked at the Tonight Show and got fired. Yeah, I actually got fired for doing the Pope joke the day the Pope died. Remember when John Paul died? And they fired me that day. Well, it wasn't a bad joke. You know, I just wrote it in the writers' room that day because nobody else would. You know, remember when Yahoo used to have the best news sites? They were like, you go to Yahoo and you see the main news in red, that main headline, and it just kept saying, Pope is in grave condition, Pope is in grave condition, Pope is in grave condition. And then I clicked back on and said, Pope is dead. And I thought, I got to write a joke. Right? Because nobody else will, right? And you got to try, because it's got to be difficult to write a joke about the Pope. The Pope just died, right? And so I wrote a joke, and the joke went like this. It went, well, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. The Pope died today, and it doesn't matter whether you're agnostic, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian. You cannot deny the commitment the Pope had to his faith. He was an amazing man. But he died, and the New York Times had an article and said that tens of thousands of people are praying for the Pope. What are they praying for? That he'll go to heaven? Because if the Pope needs that kind of help to get to heaven, the rest of us are screwed. And have to bury me in Nomex coveralls. That's the joke they got fired. They didn't even listen to the joke. They just said, yeah, that's so inappropriate. You fired that. You know? So anyway, that's what happened. And then after about 8 years there, but we taught a late night class here, and I met Joe Duncan 8 years ago now, Joe? 7? 8? 7. 7 years? Wow. Good sound.
That's
So
good.
7 years ago, and the moment I met him, I go, you're a host. You'd be an amazing host. And we were like, I want to do a show. I want to do a late night type show and have you be the host. And so we've been working, thinking about it. It's been mulling around for a while. And we started teaching a late night comedy writing class for late night TV. And that's been going well. And at the end of the class, we would produce a show. So we did the first one. It was great. Joe was the epitome of late night host. And then we were like, let's do more. So the class lasts about 10 weeks. So we didn't want to wait that long in between. So we actually took some of the graduates from that class and formed a sort of a little group, a mentor group that a lot of them are here today. One's holding the cue card back there. The other one's moping because she usually holds the cue card. And then Larry's here as well. We got we got James here who worked on some stuff. Rob Rolls is here. We got Tim Blaine over here. He's in our main class right now. He's the first rounder, and he's been writing some great stuff. And so we've got basically the group in between, which is what this show is sort of like the extra group. We just do this as volunteer on the side, just so all get together. Barry is involved as well, and he's also our co-host and sidekick and DJ. Give him a round of applause. Thank you guys. So we put together a show, and it's like this one. We just get on a Zoom conference, video conference, and everybody's in their respective locations. It's like Richard Moss is down in Long Beach. Barry's at Porter Ranch, bringing some gas.
Sorry.
We got Rachel. She's usually on the beach or at a bar. No kidding. The last one we worked on, she just kept going, yeah, here's a good one. And she's like down, well, it was a pint, so downing these beers. It was awesome. And we all had a great time. And then we get together and we put together this show. So this is what we're looking at. And so we're going to get the show started right now. So when you're ready, we're going to bring you on stage. And actually, take a second. I'm going to walk around. Then I'll call you up, or Barry will bring you up, so that in live stream, we get the line. We're YouTube live streaming it right now. So say hi to YouTube, everybody. How are you? Say hi to, who are the influencers on there? Who are the influencers? What are their names? Do you know them? Something like Cutie Pie or
Cutie.
Anybody? What? RuPaul? Oh, Logan Paul. So that would be a different influencer. RuPaul. But we're doing that, and we're going to bring Joe on in a second. So bear with us about 5 seconds, and we'll introduce Joe Duncan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the host with the biggest head, literally, in the city of Burbank, Joe Duncan.
My name is Joe Duncan, and I am an unindicted co-conspirator. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I guess you've all seen the news. The Robert Mueller sentencing guidelines were announced this week. Robert Mueller is a special prosecutor. Okay, we gotta back this up. The Trump administration is being investigated. I didn't know we needed cliff notes. The Trump administration is being investigated by a guy named Robert Mueller. Or is it Mueller?
It's Mueller. That's probably where you confused them.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah!
Thank you. A guy who is not named Robert Mueller announced the sentencing guidelines this week, and he said to put away Cohen for 5 years, put away Flynn for 0 years, and put away the damn fruitcake because no one wants it. Opening joke. We worked on that one. We gangbanged that for 30 minutes. Wow. Several news organizations are reporting that individual number one is Donald Trump. Yeah. And that's odd because most people I talk to think he's the number two. So
Yeah!
Oh, John Kelly will leave his job as chief of staff at the end of the year. Yeah, he's looking forward to spending more time with his family calling Trump an idiot. So, that'd be nice. Oh, did you hear about this? An entomologist has named a new species of beetle after Major League Baseball player Jose Bautista. Isn't that nice? Yeah. And just like the player, the beetle has trouble with bats but catches plenty of flies. I did not tell them to groan. Little teachable moment there. Oh, is everybody watching Hallmark Channel's 31 Days of Christmas movies? Okay. They don't know Bob Mueller. They don't know Hallmark's Christmas Channel. Okay. There's an option on television called cable.
Yeah.
And one of the channels is called the Hallmark Channel. Those cards. Imagine those cards in movie form. That's the channel. And they've got something called 31 Days of Christmas Movies. Well, Jewish viewers wrote on social media that they wanted to see Hanukkah movies. So please tune in to Hallmark's presentation for 8 consecutive nights of The Accountant. Barry, your joke got an applause.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah!
Look, I am.
Yeah. Right there, Barry.
Oh, Dodger Stadium's gotten approval to build an aerial tram to Union Station. Boy, you think the fans got high before. Oh, this is a nice story. Tyler Perry paid off the layaway balances at 2 Atlanta-based Walmarts to a sum of over $430,000. Isn't that nice? That's very nice of them. Yeah, and that's quite a coincidence because $430,000 is the same amount that I would require to make me watch all the Medea movies. So, funny how that works out. A worker at a Kellogg's factory pled guilty to peeing on a bunch of cereal. Yeah, this prompted Kellogg's to consider changing their Rice Krispies tagline to Snap, Crackle, Psst. Eddie Murphy just had his 10th child. Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Twice as many as me.
He's gone full Mormon. Eddie Murphy just had his 10th child, and that's terrific because Kaiser Permanente says his 11th child is going to be free. So, Kaiser has going. Oh, the White House Correspondents' Dinner announced that they will not have a comedian next year.
Oh.
Yeah, they explained that there's already a big enough joke in the White House. So. I didn't earn it. Oh, and is this the last joke?
Yes.
This is the last joke. And finally, you've probably seen the news. Kevin Hart was signed on to host the Oscars and then was forced out when some of his old tweets were discovered. Yeah, but we've uncovered the real reason. Yeah, that's it. We have a perfect show for tonight, everybody. Please say hello to our DJ, Barry. I'm doing fine, Barry, and I'm doing reasonably well.
I'm not doing
is your mic on?
Check.
Okay, it's on. Good.
Okay.
I got to tell the sound guy to turn his mic on.
Yeah. I'm not doing that good.
You seem like you're in a haze, Barry.
I
What's
am.
going on?
All these fires.
Oh yeah, bad news, man.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and you're a DJ.
I am. And
You're party planning and all that stuff. So what's
these fires have really affected my DJ playlist.
Oh yeah?
You know how like the Christmas song is banned now?
Sure. Yeah, the Christmas song. The what is it?
Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside.
They
Right,
play that
right.
one, yeah.
I can't play songs like "We Didn't Start the Fire." Burning down the house is also
Yeah.
bad.
Oh yeah.
and worst of all, it's really popular. This girl is on fire.
Ooh.
No, but you know what, Joe?
Yeah.
I saw it on the news. She really was on fire.
Ow.
Oh!
It's very sad.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah, so I have to move back to YMCA, Macarena, and all that crap.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's the audience participation part of it. Wow, that's pretty dark. Now that they brought the room down, what should we do? No, you know what I've been doing? You know what? Have you get invited to holiday parties and things like that?
Not very often.
Oh, that's too bad. I can't imagine why.
No.
Such upbeat material there.
Yeah.
And you're the only guy I know who writes accountant jokes. That would be popular. I've been invited to several, and I've had to turn them down. Most of them, yeah, for reasons that I don't. I've actually. Can I share a few of these with you?
Yeah.
These are actual emails I've written. I'm going to call them up right here. I'm just going to post them right here on the old screen here. Let me know if you can see it. Yeah, here's the first one right here. The Optimist Society invited me to their holiday gathering. I don't know where to sit. Where should I sit? Jerry? Where do you
Right there, you're good,
I'm
man.
good?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm going to take a knee, everybody.
Trump's tweeting already.
The Optimist Society invited me to their holiday gathering, and they said, please join us to celebrate another great year. I'm like, no thanks. I went last year, and all the drinks were half full. So. Oh, here's one. Here's another one. Is it up there? Yeah. The next door neighbor invited me to his holiday party. Hi, neighbor. Join us Friday night for our annual holiday party. I wrote back, what I write? No thanks. While you were busy with your party, it'll be one of the few chances I'll have to use my Wi-Fi. So, yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, you go.
Okay.
And what else do I got here? I don't know if I want to share anything. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm in the Bros Fantasy Football League. Yeah, real classy bunch. Hey guys, we'll be checking out the babes at Hooters, partying with the bros from 5 to 8 p.m. And I'm like, great, sounds great. I'll be there at 8:01. Appreciate it. What what else did I? Oh yeah, the Christmas vegan party. Everyone brings a vegan dish. Everyone has a good time at the Christmas vegan party. And I wrote back, sorry, I won't be attending the Christmas vegan party. When you told me on the phone, I thought you said it was a Chivas Regal party. Oh, and then the writing staff invited me to their holiday party. The late night cup of Joe writing staff. That's what that stands for. Joe, please come to our party. Great writers. I wrote back, no, based on what I pay you, I know you can't afford to throw a good party. Let me go to their party. And then, of course, the LA Chargers fan club holiday party canceled due to lack of interest. So, yeah. My holiday parties. What are the characters?
Where are they now?
Yeah, this is the time of year when they show the animated shows for the Christmas shows that are animated. We should really write cue cards for these. Every year, this time of year, they show us the animated shows on the networks with the Christmas themed things, and we've always wanted to know where those guys are now because it's a rerun every year. It's the same one every year. So we'd like to know where they're now. We've done a little hunting, and we know where some of them are. So here now is the Where Are They Now Holiday Themed Edition. Barry, can you sing an a cappella Where Are They Now Holiday Themed Edition song for us, please?
Where are they now?
Thank you. Where Are They Now Holiday Edition. Charlie in the Box. Who's Charlie in the Box from? What was this from? Rudolph, yeah. We found Charlie in the Box. You know what he's doing now? Yeah, he's a Walmart dude. That's nice. Also, Yukon Cornelius. Remember this guy?
Yes.
He's got a nice career going. He's working on the Keystone Pipeline. It's this big, everybody. Pipeline's this big. And then Bumble. Y'all remember Bumble? He did well for himself. Check him out.
Put one foot in front of the other.
Well, where is he now? There he is. He's vice He's done well for himself. Who else do we have? Oh yeah, the Grinch. Yeah, the Grinch is doing quite well for himself. He's still making movies in Hollywood. Oh, little Cindy Lou Who. Remember her? Remember little Cindy Lou Who? Isn't she adorable? Guess what she's doing now? She's on the Real Housewives of Whoville. Keeping busy. Oh, and then from the Charlie Brown Christmas, remember Linus? Isn't he adorable? He's done well for himself. He's the inventor of the Snuggie. All the kids made fun of him. Now look at him. And then, of course, Lucy is another person who's done very well for herself. What happened to her again? She, oh, that's right. And that's where are they now? This is also the time of year when you buy people toys. And as you know, some toys suck. There have been, throughout history, there have been some pretty awful toys. Well, we found some of these awful toys, as well as some lesser-known toys that these awful toys inspired. So here now is Crappy Toys Holiday Edition? Is that what
Rejected Holiday Toys. Rejected Holiday Toys.
Let's check out our Rejected Holiday Toys. First of all, Bucky balls. Remember these? The little magnetic balls? The problem is kids used to eat them. That was the problem. The kids would be magnetized. So it's the kid message board. What's convenient about this is when it's time to take the kid to band practice, you know where to find them. That's nice. That's a nice thing they invented. Oh, the Cabbage Patch Kids, of course. Well, the kids who had Cabbage Patch Kids are all grown up now, and here's the toy for them. It's the Apple Orchard in vitros. It comes with a certificate of authenticity as well as who the father is. And then what's that smell? That's a real game. What's that smell? You scratch on a car, you have to guess the smell. This is a real game. That inspired another game. It's called What's That Body Fluid? Just to prove gross things. CSI, this is an actual game for kids. It is the CSI fingerprint analysis kit. But, you know, what's law without order, folks? If you're going to give your kid this, you're going to give him the Larry H. Barker official junior personal injury attorney. Don't make junior partner a note. Oh, and then glass blowing. This wasn't like the gum. This was an actual thing with a flame that got extremely hot. And this was an actual game, and kids used to burn themselves. So the maker of this, very smartly, Gilbert Glassblowers made the Gilbert First Aid Kit. So good on them. Just put out those fires nice and fast. Epitome of a late night. Oh no. That's a little finger that kids put on their hand. Yeah. Let's hold on that for a moment.
It'll take you over the moon.
Just let's all fill in the blanks on this one for a moment. Yeah. Well, as you can imagine, there were some mothers who got a little inventive with this, so they made a follow-up toy for kids. It's a little toy lock. That's right. I think it says "Parents stay out." Like, would Dad go steal this thing too?
Whatever they're.
One more. We do have one more toy. We were able to get it in person. You know how Barbie is thin, like really, really thin. Well, we got this toy. This is a toy that we got. A little known toy that we got here is it's Tapeworm Tammy. Let me just take this out of the box here. We picked up a Tapeworm Tammy here. And it's so cute. This is the cutest thing, everybody.
Aww.
Can everyone see Tapeworm Tammy? This is so adorable. What you do is you get a little bit of uncooked meat, and you feed some uncooked meat to Tapeworm Tammy, and then before you know, oh no, she got a tapeworm. Oh no. Oh no. But wait, it gets better. You know, fathers, if you really want some father-daughter time, what you do is you take your Tapeworm Tammy, and you go into the garage. Hang on. I'm gonna rehearse this. Because you want a real Tapeworm Tammy, you want the one with the retractor mechanism. That worked. Oh boy. All right, we have about 14 more of these bits to go. Are we ready for our first guest? Or are we going to take?
We are ready. Oh, let's take a short break.
Does anyone want to refill their drinks?
Yes, I think they do.
All right.
It's the holidays.
It's holidays. Go refill your drinks. We'll have our guests. We'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah. Good. Fast moving segment.
Oh yeah, really smooth.
Yeah.
The jokes seem to go well too.
Yep. No, Grave. We want to come back to Gravedigger. I'd love to play this on guitar.
Yeah. Darkest ones.
They rode his bike like the devil till the day he died. When he grows up, he wants to be Mr. Vertigo on a flying trapeze.
My old sax player just played with them, like joined them on stage at Madison Square Garden this week.
Oh my God!
Is it okay to tune my guitar just to check?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. I posted a shout out.
Oh man, I love Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an artist when he plays. And I tell people, I said, here's the difference between, you know, a rock star and an artist. You know, here's a rock star. You know, Dave Matthews lives inside the music while he's playing it. It's so awesome to watch him work because he's in that fucking song right now. Lost. A lot of times he's trying to remember the words because he self-admittedly says, I forget the words to my songs. His albums are so great. I mean, so amazing. The volume of material he has produced. I remember he did I have a video of a show he did at a mall. his friend owned a mall, and I think near Seattle or in Washington, and he went up and he did this event, and they set up a stage for him and stuff, and he had a guy down there holding the cue cards for his songs. He says, I have so many songs that sometimes I forget the words, man. So I got this guy holding the songs down here, and everybody's cool with it, right?
That's fun.
But he was the when I started playing guitar, he's the guy I started to try to emulate,
Yeah.
right? And it was like the chord patterns were unique and different, and he plays a very percussive guitar. I got a Taylor because I wanted to. That's one of the main guitars he plays. He plays a lot of other guitars, but Taylor is his main guitar. But and now he's expanding. He's just really experimenting. He's just a fascinating guy,
So,
And your friend.
my friend played, just joined in.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
So, and I asked him if he told Dave the story. And so we were recording in Charlottesville, Virginia. We're just outside of it. This was in,
Do you know Dave?
I don't know, but I met him before. We were recording at this farm in Virginia, and it was a huge snowstorm. It was the biggest one they'd have in years. So my band got to the studio. We were staging.
So your main instrument is what?
Guitar.
Oh wow, awesome. You gonna come and do a set for us? You gonna do a?
So we get snowed in. So we're like, we literally can't get out. But we were supposed to be there for the whole week, living and recording in this farm. The producer lives on the farm. We couldn't get out. Fortunately, we had done it, and we lost power. So basically, we were stuck. Couldn't record. And then
Oh man.
eventually, it started to melt just enough that we could get out. And so the producer started going to all the studios around town. He's like, we got this band. Does anybody have power? Like, we're down to Boston. So finally, he just last at Jeffrey. He calls up the guy who runs Dave Matthews' studio, estate. It's like a mansion and studios, whatever. And they're like, well, the band's not here. If you gotta don't tell anybody. So we went and recorded half an album at Dave's studio. And we were excited just to take a shower.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
we did like 3 or 4 days, just like
Right.
eight
Yeah.
in a barn. But then every night, Boyd, the violinist, was recording something, so we had to pack up and hide all the evidence that we were there, and go hide in a house, and he'd come in and do it. So I asked my buddy, I was like, did you tell Dave that story? He's like, no, I didn't tell him. He's like, although 3 of the band members know that story, and they all think it's hilarious. I was like,
And I think, given the artist that Dave is, he'd be like, "Oh man, that's cool. I wish I knew about that. I would have maybe come join him or something, Because the dude's an idea man, and he likes to connect with other artists just to see what else is out there. It's just amazing. I mean, who knows? He may have flipped out. I don't know him enough. I think he's in the spectrum,
yeah, probably.
which has probably what makes him so fascinating. And because every time I watch him, I go, he's like, my daughter's in the spectrum, and I'm like, dude, I think he's totally in the spectrum, man. But I mean, yeah, I so enjoy his music.
Yeah.
I love his experimentation. He doesn't stay safe. He tries new shit. He's not afraid to go percussive. He's not afraid to go, solemn. He's not afraid to get heavy and hit it. And it's amazing to watch him work. He pushes his own boundaries,
Yeah.
What I remember one of the stories. He rides his bike every day as if he's on the road, and he got a flat. And one of his fans gave him a lift on the way to the concert. Saw Dave Matthews on the side of the road. He's like, "You need a lift," and he introduced him during the show, and I think brought him up for a second, which is pretty awesome. And he's one of those guys. One of the reasons I study him is he's got rabid fucking fans. What does it take to develop rabid fans?
His backstory is pre-internet. We all tapes to each other.
Right.
And he was like, I remember reading an interview, he was like, we knew we had something going. We played, Tuesday in Maine for the first time, and it was a room full of people who already knew our lyrics. We were never gonna.
Well, early on, because there's this video I had of him playing a college campus, just sort of like during lunch or something like that, and it was just when they were starting to. But he encouraged them recording their stuff. Now they pulled back on that, but back in the day, he encouraged that stuff. And that's why, look at, they went viral. And it's interesting, it was like some, people who are rockers or people who are, I know some people who are, who love music who despise Dave Matthews. But I was like, when you're very good, and you're specific, you're going to hate this guy. I remember in an interview, he goes, I'm not that talented. He's like, I surround myself with talented people. It's like when you walked in, you reminded me when I first saw your face of his bass player. Yeah. And you know the story on that, right? He was at college and he was like, I think, ready to do his final project or something in college. And Dave Matthews asked him to come play in his band. Yeah, I think so. And he left college to go on tour with Dave Matthews. Yeah. Taking risks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
It's like, I tell that story because I remember when I went back to college after I was doing a lot of commercials. I was landing because I had this full head of red hair. As soon as my hair started receding, I wasn't booking. I just wasn't booking. And one of my favorite casting directors, one of the top in the business, she said, Jerry, we love you. We don't know where to put you. You've got a baby face, receding hairline. You can't sell beer. So what are we going to do? And she says, you'll grow into your thing, gain some weight, and you'll be, you'll show a little roundness in your face. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a couple of years. I'm going to go back to college and get my degree. That way I have something to fall back on. Went to Chico State, got out of LA for a little while. I found myself going to the library every day, making sure I was studying. But on my way to the study table,
We're going to show Max's video first.
got it up right here.
At the right before the interview. I'll
Yeah.
say this is the thing he does.
Great.
Thank you. And the mic, I have the mic. I got the 4-man PA going, so I got the mic behind the TV.
Right.
So is the volume up on the TV?
Yeah, volume's up on the TV.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay, just say when.
All right, man. About 2 minutes.
Okay.
And so I said, so I went up there and I found every time I was walking to a study table in the library, I was passing by the magazine rack and the newspaper rack. I'd take magazines and newspapers and I'd sit down and I'd start writing jokes. And before I knew it, 4 hours had passed. And I was doing this almost every day. And I finally said to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I here going after a degree for a job I don't want, like as a teacher or whatever, English in high school, when I could be home in LA right now doing this very same thing, chasing a job I really want? Packed up my shit, moved back down to LA, and started really hitting it. And within it, right about 18 months, I had the job at the Tonight Show. But it goes back to risk. Why are we here? To get a stable job, to become an accountant when we don't want to be, because somebody said we should, or we want to go after our dream, So, we ready to get started? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pop this sucker up. I'm gonna settle everybody in.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show back. We're gonna get the show rolling again. Give me just a second. I'm gonna roll back around, and then Joe will come up on stage. Don't come up on stage right away. I know you're eager. You can keep the music. Sense of love. All right, so here we'll give about 5 seconds. Want to count us down, Barry?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Joe Duncan.
Joe Duncan.
I don't know about you folks, but my evening is just beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest this evening is they broke the mold after they meet him. He is an illustrator and a mimic and a voice actor, and he is officially the voice of Chester Cheetah in the Cheetos commercials. And let's watch a sample here, shall we?
I don't know. That's it. Scoot up.
What's the fire? What do you see in your Cheetos?
Yeah.
We have drums now.
Hello. Is it on?
Is that on?
Hello.
You good?
Hello.
Yeah.
First of all, why are we all here on a Sunday night? Why do you have this on a Sunday night? Sunday night, no one should ever be out.
What's wrong with being out on a
Because
Sunday night?
Sundays are sacred! Stay home sacred and watch Narcos
Sacred.
and have your dogs on your lap and release your seat.
You have.
Wow.
That's your.
This isn't actually a mic.
No, that's a mic. It's not on though.
I love you. First of all,
Wow.
hey, happy years.
Time out. There's so much going on. Number one, your mic isn't even on.
I'm used to talking on one.
Time out. Jerry, is his mic working?
I don't know how to talk.
Jerry.
Okay, it's working. I just wanted to make you shut up. Now, there's so much to unpack here. Sundays are sacred. You have not set foot in a church in decades. So don't give me this sacred crap. As far as Narcos, last time I checked, it's on Netflix. You can watch it whenever you want.
That's true. You should be watching it on Sunday nights. You should just be watching TV in front of a fire, especially during the holiday season. Do you have a tree in your house?
Yeah.
What does the holidays have to do with Narcos?
People are watching on the live stream at home.
Oh,
Yeah, so there's that going on.
all right.
And these fine folks, way to take a crap on all these people who came out here to see us.
I know.
They
but
shouldn't be here. Thank you for coming.
I want them all.
No. You're doing fine.
All right.
I can tell you're a little nervous.
I am.
Why?
No one ever interviews. I do all the interviewing, as you know. over the
Yeah,
years.
you've got a podcast.
No one ever wants to interview.
You have a terrific podcast, which you had me on, which I
Yes,
appreciate.
you were fabulous, and we give
Thank
you. We spontaneously let you take over the show.
Mhm.
It's a show I do with cousin Lorenzo.
But Lorenzo's here. He'll be playing later.
He is in the band.
He's in the band, The Color Up.
The Color
He'll be
Up.
here in a
I
little
hate
while.
the name, but I love the band, and I look forward to seeing it.
Uh-huh. So you do this. How often do you do the podcast now?
Oh, it's random as hell.
Okay.
It's
And what's it about?
look. He wanted to do something. I've been doing this forever. He came at me and he keeps saying it's our show, but I
Mhm.
keep saying it's his show. Meanwhile, I get on the microphone and I don't shut up, and he is basically the sidekick.
I can't
So that
imagine what
doesn't
that's
help
like.
anybody. So, but the fact that he sets up the mics and wipes off the headphones and puts
notes on the thing. I'm just gonna show up. I don't like doing that work. I don't do technical. I just talk behind this thing. See?
Yeah, see.
So he did that.
You do it well.
And he wanted to call it magazine podcast. Does that make any sense to anyone? Thank you. And I said, no, our show should be something different. I don't like that title. And we had this thing where we were calling ourselves Guys Day In. Whenever we like get together, eat some food, watch some movies on a weekday, Guys Day In. So that's the Guys Day In.
Oh, so now it's called Guys Day.
Yes, and you came on and you killed it. But I've always put you on my show.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I was very upset that I hadn't been asked to do this. And I threw a big full diaper fit. Guess what? He asked me a week, but he asked you first to be on it before he asked me.
That's Max for you. Looking for the dark cloud in every soul.
Well, life is insufferable, and life is a trip, and everything is agonizing, and we are in dire straits as a species. So the fact that we find a little bit of solace on Magnolia Boulevard on a Sunday night with you at the helm makes me very happy.
Hello there.
Are you gonna get vulnerable with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I am one of those guys that wears sunglasses all the
Yeah, are you high?
time. Yes. What?
Honesty, a point of honesty. I don't know where to start with all of that. I mean, I want to get to the point of why you're here, but then you just go off with all this other stuff. Life is insufferable?
Yes.
Why?
Because as you get older, I'm 48. As you get older, combating things on the body become much more of a challenge, as you know. Maybe you don't.
Good, Max, what problems
I
do you
had
have?
a 4-hour spa day before I came here. I'm like, for Joe, I groomed, I manually.
Don't need to know that.
It's very hard.
The interview is not going there,
Can I
Max.
just say that I take the waste can that's in my bathroom and I tuck it under my bag, and then I take it and I let all the hairs fall into that, and I'll be emptying it tomorrow. I did it all for you. And I have many,
You're the first man who's ever said that to me.
I have many curated body washes.
I'm sure you do.
Peppermint from a beanbag. I have mango from a bunghole. Listen, I'm very clean tonight. If this was a date, it should be happening.
Oh, no. Now, after all of that, I have a very pointed question. How do you get hired for anything?
How did I kid you?
Is this, I hope this isn't part of the interview process when you come in, why do you want a job? I clean my beanbag! I'm all clean and ready inside. I take care of the poop and took care of the bop. And I know life sucks except this moment.
Get a boop and a boop and a bop.
You like it? That's it. Okay, so now let's get to the Chester Cheetah thing.
Yes.
You've been doing voices for a long time.
Yes.
When was the first time you did an imitation of anybody?
An imitation?
Anybody.
Oh God.
Or a voice, or a funny voice. Were you like 3?
Oh yes.
So this has been going
my
on.
whole life. Oh yes. I like to call it channeling. I'm kind of into like the anti-cosmos, and a lot of people, you know, they you know, I don't know, they make it so technical. You got to get behind the guy.
What does that mean?
Okay. Let's say Jack Nicholson is dead, and he's on a slab in a morgue. I take all of his insides out, and then I slip into his body skin. This mic isn't on. I'm talking to Joe. It's like, what? 805, that's our region. We do a lot of wine tasting. My mother-in-law
Don't change the subject.
is in love with you.
No, she's
She'd rather my wife married you.
she's not the only one.
We were up in Cayugas. We rented a house. We're hanging out with my in-laws,
This is
who
the
are
part where you
absolutely
change the subject.
insufferable. And Joe and Chris, his brother, have you seen him? He has a mustache. He came, and the two of them sat down with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law was smitten. And she says to my wife the next day, "Oh, it's too bad you didn't marry that Joe." My wife talks like this out of the side of her mouth. She's a disaster.
Now, when you imitate your mother-in-law, do you get inside of her skin?
No, that's good.
Getting back to why I brought you here in the first place. When you imitate somebody, because you seem to jump into it so quickly, is this something? Are they a series of quick intuitive choices that you're making, or is this a mechanical thing?
I don't know. I actually hate when people say I do impressions. I like.
Well, what's the term?
I think it's so hacky.
What's the preferred term?
Channeling.
Channeling.
Yes,
Okay.
it's channeling.
Is it really?
Yo. Okay. my head, boo, yo. Tell some jokes, me, yo. I'm inside Joe's skin.
You did that so quickly.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was very good. But is this a practice thing, or is it something?
No.
Or can you teach this to anybody?
No, and people are like, "Teach me how to do Tony Soprano." I'm like, dude, I can't teach you how to do Tony. Jesus fucking Christ! I tell ya, I'm sitting up there drinking wine, talking to Joe Dungan. My fucking mouth is dry. Oh, what the fuck? You gotta smell Tony's skull. Or his paint.
It's that intense for you.
Yeah, but God, impressions are so annoying.
Okay, well,
I pulled out a Nicholson. I mean, everyone's doing Nicholson, and it's just gross.
but it's not so. But when you do it, it's not. Do you feel it's gross when you're doing it?
Yes, because
Really?
I feel I am gross. I have very low self-esteem, and I think I'm disgusting. I have a fat giant head. This is actually my good side. This is why I keep looking at. I'm so glad I'm on your. What is this? Your left? I'm on your
That's
left.
my left.
I don't even go that way. Just know that this is horrible. I'm very aware of that stuff.
I see. So now, so you're doing these imitations, and then when did you start getting representation to do these for money? How did that come about?
Well, are you talking about impressions for money?
Not impressions for money, but you're doing
Voices?
You do voices in a lot of cartoons.
Okay, so I had a friend who worked at Fox, and he was working on a new series of Xbox games. And this was back in the 90s. So he said, "Hey, you should come and do some of these guys." But I had to audition first. Remember when animation was blowing up on the internet? Like all of a sudden you could just do anything you wanted. It was so exciting. And I kind of got in on that ground floor. And I had such a good time because I got to be behind a microphone and I got to do characters without any of that self-conscious shit I was talking about. So I did a lot of games, and then the games became popular, and then I got an agent from the games, and then they were casting at Nickelodeon, they were casting the Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness series, and I went in for Master Mantis, that's Seth Rogen's little green guy, you know him, and I auditioned for him once, twice, thrice. Is there a
Yeah, it's called Vice.
Twice? They brought me back, I think 8 times.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And then I got the series on Nickelodeon, and I did that for years. Thank you. It was such, listen, if you have children, which I hope you don't because we're doomed, but make them watch that Kung Fu Panda because it's a lot of good lessons.
I don't know, Max. Fingering the air wasn't part of the interview.
Especially talking about a kid show. So, I did that, and it was great. And it offered me no more opportunities because voiceover is a fairly impenetrable world. You know what I mean?
Really? So they tend to rely on the same people over and
Yes,
over
the
again.
same.
Well,
fuckers
you've got some
over
traction. You must get some things over.
I do some things. I've got some stuff.
Well, that leads us to the Cheetos thing.
Yes,
Chester
Cheetah is,
So your agent must have said, "Hey, I know a guy."
well, no, you know the word goes out. We're
Mhm.
looking for a new Chester Cheetah, and I knew right away. Listen, I love Cheetos, but I don't exactly eat them all the time. My wife does. It's a Cheeto-centric household. But I just knew that dude with the sunglasses and the goatee and the attitude and the mischievousness. I loved him.
And you
I
could
love
channel him right away.
Oh, I got so into him, yeah. And I again, it was a series of callbacks and callback. And then once they get in a room, they're like, okay, we're just gonna talk to you as the character for like an hour.
So, this is an hour. Now,
You gotta make up stuff.
but the commercial we just saw was 30 seconds, and you had what, 4 lines?
Yes.
Something like that? See, this is the part that really fascinates me, because how do you know what to do based on so little? How do you know how to behave like this guy for an hour when
Well,
the script is 9 words?
you gotta know the iconography.
I was gonna say that.
Because Chester, if you go to Twitter,
What's the iconography?
if you go to Twitter and you type in Chester Cheetah, people talk to this guy. This
Come on.
Cheetah. No, they talk to him. They want to do things with him. He has caught the popular imagination in a way that you can't imagine.
Now, this reminds me, I want to lead to this thing also. Didn't you go to New York
Yes,
some time ago where you
Yes.
had to do a live interaction
correct.
with people?
It was
Explain
for the
this.
spotted cheetah. They have these pop-ups now.
Mhm.
And Cheetos, it's a magnificent product to cook with. So they're making all these dishes. So Anne Burrell, who's a very famous chef, they opened a restaurant with her as the curator of the menu.
Okay.
And I got to go out and look, I don't look like Chester physically because I'm fat. But he's very slight and small and 3 foot tall. So they put lights on me. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They put lights all on you. Thank you.
Motion capture?
And you can look at yourself doing shit on the screen, but you're not you, you're Chester.
Oh, wow. That must have been very
So
weird.
I got to be that guy for days and talk to people as they came into the restaurant, and boy, it was such a great.
So the people walk in, they see this cheetah,
Yes.
live action cheetah moving,
Yes.
and you're talking.
Hello, darling. How are you? Welcome to the Spotted Cheetah. Yeah, like, talking to them. come on in.
What's the weirdest conversation you had?
I had a conversation with a New York Knick who was too sick to come to the Spotted Cheetah.
He was an actual basketball player.
Correct, but he sent his wife and kid along because they love Cheetos and they want to go to the restaurant. So she puts her cell phone on the microphone, and I'm having a conversation with a sick Nick. Why aren't you here? What are you doing? Get out of bed and come. You know you want to be here. What are you taking for this thing? Now listen, plenty of fluids. Like I'm talking, and he's talking to me like we're living in a reality. He's like, Chester, I just want to say thank you so much. You really helped me out. In this moment, Chester, can I just say this to you and that? And he starts like unloading his life on a cheetah with sunglasses on.
He's a guy, multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
salary. He's got a team doctor,
Yeah.
and he's talking.
And we
to
are having this epic, deep fever dream auditorily together. It was
Are
amazing.
you ever stuck for an answer in these?
No.
moments? Wow.
Because I'm
But
channeling.
that's
I'm doing what he would say.
That's a gift, and I think in this, I'm going for a wrap here because we've gone way too long. But I think, if I can just say, a lot of people always are looking for some kind of meaning in their lives or something to do that means that's meaningful to them or that is their gift.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't find it. And for you to say, yeah, I can imitate this non-existent character for this fictional character for an hour and have conversations with people, and you never broke, and no one ever said, that's bullshit. No cheetah would say that. That's amazing to me. I think that's
I love cheetah.
you really you have an affinity towards this. Really?
And that helps. You have to love your characters now. Because if you love your characters, you can do anything.
I've heard actors say this.
You can do anything
This is getting really
because
heavy.
you're inside them, and you can just slip through his hands and live the dude.
So you see, this is interesting because you were talking about how you get under the skin of a character, and now you actually got into Chester with the motion capture.
Digital skin.
That's amazing. And this is going to keep going for a while.
I hope so. Oh my God,
But
it's the greatest job of my
But
life.
that's the plan. They have
I
no
hope, yes.
indication that it's going to stop.
2019, there's a lot of good stuff coming.
Oh, let's go. That's good. Silence. Up next is a local band. Are we ready? Let's just do this. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of bands that play in LA, but there is no band like this one. You're about to meet them. Please welcome the 3 members who showed up tonight of The Color. Yeah, why don't you find the drums there? And move the Cheetos. Somebody about to lift their food up here. Disgusting. And this over here. And this over here. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. Okay. We need mics. Can you take that mic out and hand that to him there, and then we will take this mic out here. You all can share this one. How's that?
Perfect.
This on? Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
There you go. Cheetos for you. Thank you. That pairs nicely with the rosé.
How's everyone doing?
And the names are
Chevy.
Chevy and Roxy
Roxy.
and Lorenzo. Lorenzo, who co-hosts the whatever it's called podcast this week.
No, guys, stay in because
Guys, stay in because
I
Max hated
succumb
the
to his brute force.
No, you succumb to common sense, friend.
Yeah, all right.
Now, the 3 of you, now this band began how long ago?
Well, about a year ago, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah, a year ago.
recent.
Yeah.
I thought, because I've heard your stuff, and it sounded like you were,
Oh, thank you.
okay, cool. I thought it sounded like you guys have been together a long time, the way you played.
Well, I wrote these songs like 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And I basically have just formulated it into this version of it.
Okay, now, because I know we're doing a condensed version of things here because the stage is not very big. Ordinarily, are there 3 or are there 4?
There's usually 2, but we actually
Oh.
just got Roxy.
Okay.
The newbie.
So how long have you been?
How long has it been? Like a month?
Like a month. Yeah, this will be her second show.
Okay, well, what prompted the origins of the band with Lorenzo here? How did that come about?
Well, I was looking for a better drummer. Hey, it's business, right? You're just looking for the better drummer. I don't know, for me at least. It's my music, it's my creation, and I just want, the best for it, essentially. And he is that.
And I know you've been in a lot of bands over the years.
I have, yeah.
And you're still in like 19 bands right now.
No, actually, right now it's whittled down to 2.
Down to 2. Oh, okay.
Down to 2.
You're slumming.
I know.
Let's step up.
But I'd rather just do 2 that are really good as opposed to 17 that are shit.
Quality.
Fill out monologues some night. Now you joined a month ago, and what prompted the having her join?
Actually, we're working on a web series that she wrote.
Oh, really?
And actually, prior to that, we're working on a music video as well.
Okay.
And she is my love interest in it, and it's very, very sultry. I'm really stoked for everyone to see it when it comes out. We're still working on it, but it's gonna be awesome.
Cool. Now? How long have you been playing music?
Ever since I was a kid, my dad was an opera singer. My mom was a choreographer, so I've been dancing my whole life. Actually, I've been dancing with this guy for I don't know how long, since high school.
What kind of dance?
Hip hop, jazz, all that stuff. And this was just a part of the media that
What interests me about bands and their evolution is how they define their sound and how they figure out what they're going to do. Because you've got kind of a White Stripes sound. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
How did you have you always kind of been that way, or did you start a different way and sort of evolve into this? How did that happen? What was your first band? What was the influence?
My first band was metal.
There's
a lot of screaming, so there wasn't really much, and I was only the singer for it.
Mhm.
But growing up with such a diverse family, choreographer as a mom and a father as an opera singer, I grew up, listening to Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, a lot of Motown-based music. So this version of my music is kind of, we're trying to go that route, but it's still in its infancy. So we're slowly going towards a, R&B, almost funky, just Motown-ish,
Yeah.
but it's raw and rock and roll, and we don't want to lose that because we are I am rock and roll. I live
Yeah.
that lifestyle. So
I'm where hip hop lives. It's no people, it's just the head. It casts a long shadow.
I feel like I have a huge head, but like you're taking the cake. With
Wow. Thank you.
Do you ever have like trouble with hats? You know, buying hats. You guys know that? You know, like I don't know. I can never buy hats
Yeah.
because like I'm always 8 and above, like for the
You're an 8?
8 and above.
8 above?
My
'Cause I'm an
head's
8.
huge.
I'm an 8. You want to hear something really blow you away?
Yeah.
I know a guy who's an 8 1/4. Yeah, I know he wins. Not him, but you know a guy who's 8 1/4. He wins. I bow down to the master. It's pretty astonishing. So when now have you what prompted the change in your sound to a more mellow execution of it?
Well, Lorenzo is funk. Lorenzo is, you know, he's jazz. He just takes it out of me, and just the way we melt. You know, like when we jam, it's the year that we've been jamming.
Okay. So did you play a harder sound with the previous drummers?
Yes, very hard. The album you'll hear online, which is on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. If you guys want to see it or hear it more so, it's like very heavy. But we're changing, as I said, we're in its infancy again, and it's half the battle, I feel.
Well, I think this is sure, but this is how art evolves. I mean, I do stand-up comedy and it changes all the time, and every time I do a set, I think I hate that. I want to do something different.
And it's far be it for me to stop the movement of the art and the creativity. So that's where we're rolling.
Well, yeah, that's rare when you find the right combination of people where you kind of feed off each other and these sort of discoveries happen.
Exactly.
What now? Back up for a minute. You said your father was an opera singer.
Yes.
Have you incorporated anything operatic into any of your work?
I have in older music that I've done before, but more so in this, it's just like, if anything, I do a lot more. Like, well, you'll hear my voice and you'll be like, okay, that guy can really belt it. You'll hear it.
Well, shall we hear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, little furniture here. I got this business here. Oops, sorry, Mark. No problem. Is that there? Is that the right?
Height?
Oh, that's good.
Sitting around there. So you're
We actually just
wait a
played
second.
show.
Oh, wait. Chevy, do you want this mic?
Chevy, take that one off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want that one? Let's take this one. So go ahead.
Thank you.
Good.
It might get loud.
Yeah, do you guys have your
Give me a lot, everybody.
All right.
All right, we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, color up.
Wait. Oh shit. This one's called Know Me Yourself, all right?
You don't understand how a man is the best he can. Now won't be enough. I can't comprehend. Get no good friend. Now not enough. So don't make you go, but dying breath.
do the best you can. Still won't be enough. Kill yourself again. Overdose on cocaine. The pictures and the pain is still not enough. So
Actually, Joe, I just wanted to say that there's something on YouTube Live right now on social media that says they're taking shots every time Joe says, we should have rehearsed that. So let's get them drunk.
Yeah, we
should
spilled
have
a little
rehearsed
beer on
that.
myself. I should have rehearsed that. Hi. Oh, I messed up the word hi. Guess I should have rehearsed that.
Poison control number is 1-800.
Oh, 1-800 what?
Yeah,
you should have rehearsed that. The color up, everybody. How about that? Before we go, I want to thank everybody. Jerry for doing everything. How about for Jerry Corley, who runs the joint? How about Phyllis for getting all drunk? How about our DJ Barry and who's one of the writers, along with the other writers. Some of them are here. Rochelle is here. Richard Moss is here. Larry Lyman is here. Don't forget the writers. Our tech guy, James.
Yeah.
Second thing up. Don't forget who am I forgetting? The guests? How about Max?
Yes.
The color up. We're bringing it.
Do they have a CD? Do they have stickers?
Yeah, get
What do they
stuff
have?
out here.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stickers and buttons if you guys want some. So on the way out, and you can find us at thecolorup.com or on Spotify, iTunes,
Instagram.
Amazon.
Follow us on Instagram.
I have a MySpace account. Are you on the MySpace?
I don't think I was born yet.
Barry, what? Barry?
You ever heard of Prodigy?
America
Online.
Man.
You got milk. You have milk. You got milk.
I remember Facebook when it first came out.
Oh. You don't know Tom? Who's a Tom?
Hey, you don't know Tom.
You don't know Tom? Tom is the man.
Are you on the CompuServe bulletin board?
You should have rehearsed
Should
that.
have rehearsed it. And I want to thank all of you for coming out on a Sunday night, despite what that guy says. Thank you for coming out on a Sunday night. Gee, what? Yeah.
Shall we hear one more
Shall
song?
we? Yeah. One more, maybe.
Yes,
Of course we
do it.
can. We want you guys to sing with us. All right, you might know the song. Okay, we're gonna play it. It's called Valerie. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Okay, we're halfway done.
That's it.
We're done. I want to thank all of you. We could not have asked for a better crowd tonight.
Yeah.
January. Happy everything, right?
Good night. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got charisma to burn,
Dude, following you.
See you Thursday. A lot of fun, man. See you Thursday. Thanks for coming down, man. What'd you think? I mean, I want you to write some notes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Because you got really good insight as
Okay,
a performer and the creator and all that stuff. I'd love to hear some notes.
For sure.
With Christopher Walken Gordon.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'll see you.
Right. See you, Chris.
don't think I'm having dental work in the morning, and I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Well,
And I don't think I'm gonna feel like.
Load you up with Novocaine to show up.
I think I'm gonna be
Let's see
too
some-
cranky.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be here next week.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know.
I know, you were fucking
Of
amazing.
course.
Of course. All right.
Great show.
Yeah, that was terrific. Really terrific. Joe again did a great job.
He did.
Yeah. He always he weaves it together so well. You know,
He does.
nobody does it as good as Joe.
Okay, I have everything. I'm out of here.
I sure will. You didn't have dude. You didn't have empanadas. Oh, bummer. Yeah. There's no. I'm talking right across the street. Empanadas, so good. Yeah, he's like, I don't eat a lot, but normally when I get empanadas from across the street, it's 3. I eat 3, and I'm not a big.
And it's a worldly one, right?
So good. It's very worldly, right? Actually, Obama was there. No kidding.
Really?
Yeah, I was working here one day. I was writing during the day, and I walked outside to just sort of take in the air, just take a break from sitting and writing. And I walk outside, and this guy, Secret Service guy, I swear I saw the machine gun in his jacket. He goes, "Sir, can you step inside, please?" I go, "What is up? I'm a taxpayer, motherfucker." And he's like, he goes, "The president's across the street." I go, "Well, yeah, I'll go inside." But he was eating empanadas. They have a picture of him eating empanadas across the street. Yeah, awesome. They're great people too. So next time you're in town, try the empanadas. They'll blow your mind. They're really good. The Obama-approved empanadas. By the way, you guys, you were awesome. Just enjoyed it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man. You were so funny, man. Non-stop funny all the way through. No wonder Joe said, "Oh, yeah, you're going to love this guy." Yeah.
I hope it's not the last time we're here.
Oh, yeah, we're going to definitely. Man, what was it? We've been having a lot of jazz performers. I love jazz, but this was a nice change. It was almost like a I don't know, a kind of a bebop type of a blend going on. I'm really digging it, man. I really dig what you're doing. Yeah, totally digging it.
As I said, like we have that.
As I was listening, I don't want to interrupt, but as I was listening, I was like, fuck, the fucking horn section over here.
Yes! That's always my dream. Do you know any horns?
Anybody know how to play horn?
My dream.
Yes, I want to see it. I saw it.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the
Are you in line?
You guys give up before the line that easy?
You're the guest.
Well, that was too easy.
He's hard boiling eggs in the sideline. She's different. Oh, she's hot. She's one of the originals.
This is Jeremy.
She was just talking about when she's trying
Is he allowed to use I'm just asking. We need to get YouTube on our
when I trying to think of what I wanted to do, and I was going to watch and I saw a couple of just sound videos with red and black. Oh, that's such a boost of energy. So that's what I want. And then right now, you're exactly what I You got a lot to play. I know you've been juggling, man.
Yeah, I'll be there Friday too. You're there Friday.
Yep.
No, we're going to the bar.
Yeah, we're going to Foxfire.
Yeah, I'm thinking pictures already. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no! 5. That's a 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures.
He's so wrong. It's
Okay, we're not done. We're not done.
I said, I'm trying to steal my really good idea.
Yeah.
Over here?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me get head of
Let me get head of you.
I'm gonna put the strings.
Why? You high again? We're just smoking.
I'm really.
Oh, that's a cute picture.
So was that my way?
I think,
That was that my way. I like how your sentence is gonna bail at the end. Let's get these three. I want to start.
We're booking Joe.
We're booking.
Joe's booking.
We're gonna book it in. Brother England.
Yes.
Hey, Max.
Probably not.
I just want to make sure you guys get a picture.
Oh, Lord.
Did you say
Oh, look
nice
at
job?
that.
has
Now
nice
we're
job.
busy.
This is nice. Whoa. Larry Joe. All right. Lorenzo.
You're
Oh, no, I have
Oh, yeah. Hi, Nat.
so much.
She is so. And
Oh.
so the idea was. They were
I was yeah, exactly. So I don't know exactly that's still good. But take it back to class and just know how to break the barrier.
We were calling Harry Westy, man. And then like,
They know we're going to pass it.
again right now.
We'll tap into what we got and bring it out of you. And that's Yeah. Acting class, like, when you read a script, when you break down the script.
I don't know if I showed you
It's like the animation for the.
I think it's on Instagram.
And you, I am.
Oh my God, it's so good. Bills, one of the most popular Bills
Thank you so much.
And
have fun.
You're right. Well, that's his friend. His wife is not here.
Yeah.
Sharon. This is Nanny. Sharon.
Rafa, I met
My wife
Rafa.
doesn't think it
Rafa's so.
She's all about
Joe.
It's weird.
Yeah.
He's been here just writing stories like that. It's not really weird.
In my old days.
No, would you?
It means if I can somehow take credit myself, put it inside of me, and I'm like looking through your eyes.
Oh, God bless you. We're your regulars.
I want to picture you driving.
Yeah, send me
Rafa and me, right?
definitely in.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah. Merry Christmas,
You're right.
All right.
How much?
I'm Andy.
Keith.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
Thanks.
Getting a lot of feedback. The first week we did this thing.
No, man, I gave them that joke.
All right.
Yes.
He was like,
Hi, Don.
gave him a big shout
I
out.
love it. Sit down.
And he said, he's like,
I also wanted to ask you, do you have any insight on trying to get in the
Oh, yeah.
you actually go through a second layer, right? So it was really, he was like, I
I know it's super picture.
That's his story. That's when you go.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, it's like, that's
Gather
I want to try to
around
take
fire.
responsibility for that. I can't take
And do you
credit for that.
I haven't done it.
Oh, you haven't done it.
So I'd be talking out of my ass.
Okay.
But it's a great job.
Because I'm trying to, I know, audio demo. And then I'm also working on methods that I'm gonna do. I'm working on.
Please.
I don't have. I got my debut in conjunction with
That wasn't one I
I would love to see it. Yes, it's your email. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. And you're gonna go on your list. Because I would love to see it.
Logistical
Yes, I saw that.
They were
No, but this is your Lynette.
But, and then also, Homecoming King, who's the guy from, Comedy Central, so it's that kind of comedy. But I'm also talking about the
Oh, I'm so intrigued. I can't wait to see it. That's nothing. I'm so coming. No choice. Hey, notes in the eggs too. It's a little weird.
That looks much better.
And I just like the Wait. Oh wait, Bob Bergen. Yes, you said Rob Bergen. I know Bob Bergen. Yes, the one
Tonight it's just.
You're doing awesome.
Yeah, but you're right. Somebody.
He has a bad you know, like a cake. I see it. I want that beer bottle. My wife would never
You want the hug
Sherry, Richard.
Nice to meet you.
We're not that important.
Oh, maybe you change the email or something. Just let her know.
No,
How are you? Come on, that's right. Oh, shit. You changed your hair? What'd you do?
I'll be right back.
All right. What? I don't know. Maybe that's a different station. Good to see you. That was fabulous. That was so much fun. Joe's party and now tonight. I'm so glad you made it for tonight. Tonight was awesome.
Cheetos from the guy.
Tonight, early, right?
Oh, yeah, he
Good.
has to sign it.
You walked in kind of late. You didn't see Joe's
Where is
monologue.
he?
Man,
He has
so
Jerry,
on point.
do you have a marker?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I did.
we got
We are not eating those Cheetos.
We'll be right back. Okay.
Oh, once it's autographed, you can't open it.
Yeah.
That thing isn't
I don't know, I get
After,
Oh man, all I got is these Cheetos.
See, the pink size marker. Let's see if I got a smaller marker.
make sure you get that. Make sure that's never the only.
Do we
Cheetos
put these
you
back
have.
in stash?
No, they're good. I'll take care of those, Rachel.
Jerry, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you.
Yes, that was
Thank
so
you
much
so much.
fun, Max. You were burning.
you.
I loved it all the way through.
I have the Cheetos.
You got
There
the wasn't a soft spot in the entire segment. I love that.
N-A-T-I.
Oh, you got the marker. Okay, great, Nanny. Thanks.
Okay, I crashed my way, so I'll pull it out.
Okay, well, my crutches are in the corner, so I'm kind of stuck.
That's why she's still
I kind of
Shooting